Okay, so in class, we added the script plugin to our filters menu. So if you did, you should see next to the filters menu at the top, you should see a script foo menu as well. And for this question, we're going to be adding some layer effects to our images. So to do that, we are going to select one of our images. I'm going to select the bison layer so I can add a stroke border to the bison image. So then I'm going to click on the script foo menu that you should have already copied and pasted the script plugin for before we do this project. And then click on layer effects. And you're going to scroll down to the very bottom where it says stroke. And now for this one, you want to click the color box to change it to a color that you think would go well with this image. I think it would be a nice blue color. So I'm going to add a blue border. So I'm going to click OK and add it as blue. The opacity, I want it to be 100%. I want it to show up. And then for the size, I'm going to set the size to about a 5. And for the position, if you notice, it says if you set this to 0, it's an inside border. If you set it to 100, it's an outside border. Well, we don't want it to be an outside border, so I'm going to move that to 100. And then I'm going to click OK. And you'll see that a blue outline should appear around the bison image. There it is. Okay. Notice that it sets um, a new layer called Bison Stroke to the layer panel. Well, all we need to do is merge these layers to make them one. So we're going to move up to select our bison layer, go to our layer menu, and we're going to select merge down to make those two become the same layer. All right, so that's it for the bison image. And then on the butterfly layer, it wants us to add a layer effects of our choice because we're going to be adding a drop shadow to the earth image. So for the butterfly image, we can select whichever type of layer effect we want. So let's go back into that script foo menu and select layer effects. And for this one, I think what we're going to use, what is suggested, I believe, was outer glow. So let's go ahead and select outer glow. And we're going to click to select a color that kind of fits in with our color scheme here. I'm going to choose like a reddish purple. And I'm going to select OK. Now the opacity, I want it not to be at full opacity because I want it to look like it's glowing. So we'll go at about 50. Whoops. Well, really quick, didn't it? 50. Okay. We want it to be linear so that it goes around the outer edge of the image. We're not adding any noise. The blending mode should be normal. All right, the size should be 5, and the spread, I believe, was supposed to be 5 as well. All right, and then we're going to click OK, and we should see a pink glow show up around the image. Okay, so for that, it's not very noticeable, so let's go ahead and open that back up so that we can make our outer glow a little darker and spread it out further. And let's make the size about 10 instead. And let's see if we can see it now. So click OK. Yeah, now we can see it. All right, now you see like a pink glow around the butterfly. And again, we want to merge our layers down. So we're going to click the butterfly layer and click on the layer menu. and select merge down. And then we're going to have to select this one to merge down to the next one since we did it twice. So select layer, merge down, and now they're all on one layer. Okay, so the last one to work on is the earth. So let's select our earth layer, and we are going to use a drop shadow for the earth. So we're going to go into script 2, click layer effects, and we're going to select drop shadow. And we want the shadow to be a black shadow, and the opacity we're going to set it to about 75. We want it to be linear. We don't want any noise. The blending mode should be normal. The spread, I think, was supposed to be at 7. No, I think our spread is supposed to be like 75 or 72, maybe it was. Yeah, and then the offset angle at 120 degrees. And the offset distance was 5, so it's only going to be 5 pixels away from the image. And then we're going to click OK, and the earth will have a drop shadow. All right, now we're going to merge that one down. So select the earth layer, and then go to the layer menu and click merge down. And now it's all one piece too. Okay, so that's it for this step. We'll do our background next. So click